The clean energy tax credit has yielded over $6 billion in tax credits for sustainable energy investments and over $2 billion for energy efficiency improvements. That's a lot of money. And if you take it all in 100s, that's over 8 tons of cash. Fortunately, if you claimed some of this money for the year of 2023, you got it digitally, so it'll be a lot easier to carry around. Some people even use a little known hack to get even more out of the tax credit. We'll get into that later. With the variety of things that qualify for tax credits, you can reduce your carbon footprint, as the feds would call it, or save money on utilities, as most people will see it. Seriously, these tax credits aren't just for eco-warriors. They're for anyone who likes saving money. The obvious qualifiers are solar panels and battery storage, but it goes deeper. And if your old and inefficient unit is running up your electricity bill, there's also a tax credit for that. Are you upgrading your insulation, water heater, windows, or doors? There are tax credits for those too. The government is doing its part to help you go green. But how exactly do these tax credits work? Let's talk about how you get that money, baby. Like most other investments, you must spend money to make money, and this tax credit is no different. You have to first invest in home energy efficiency improvements, solar panels, or a home battery. When tax season rolls around, Uncle Sam will square up with you. Say you owe $10,000 in taxes and qualify for a $6,000 tax credit. Your tax bill drops to $4,000. But remember, these credits only apply against taxable income. You don't simply get a check back from the government. Consult with a tax professional to better understand your eligibility. And while a wide array of purchases qualify for these tax credits, some nuances vary from one purchase to another. For example, batteries must store at least 3 kilowatt hours, and heat pumps must have at least a 75% efficiency rating. When you're making these purchases, confirm what you're buying qualifies for the tax credit so you don't get any surprises come tax season. This is especially true the greater the value of the tax credit. So how much are all these tax credits, and is it worth your effort to jump through hoops to save a little money? If another reputable gas station down the street is less expensive, do you go there instead? If you're still watching, chances are you do, and I don't blame you. I also want to save money on gas. Fortunately, these tax credits are worth much more than the 15 cents per gallon you could save at the pump. One of the smaller value tax credits was $150 for a home energy audit, which will help you identify what you could do around the house to reduce your usage and your utility bill. From the energy audit, you may learn that a new AC unit would benefit your home and may be eligible for up to a $6,000 tax credit, or that a new heat pump would be eligible for up to a $2,000 tax credit. And of course, there's a tax credit for solar or batteries, and that's worth 30% of the purchase price, capped only by how much you can claim per year for up to 5 years. So there's definitely a lot of money in these tax credits. So it's not surprising that in 2023, over $8 billion worth of these tax credits were claimed by Americans. And you wouldn't believe how easy it is to lay claim to that money. Like anything else with the federal government, it involves filing a form. But we recommend starting with a few extra steps to make sure you do it right. After all, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The first thing you'll want to do to get your tax credit is hit that like and subscribe button. Doing so will keep you in the loop about this and other useful, albeit sometimes nerdy information. Next, you'll want to pull up IRS Form 5695 and input values according to the type of tax credit you seek. The best case scenario is a tax professional doing this for you. But hey, if a trained professional can do it, so can you. Besides what I mentioned earlier about qualifying components and your eligibility, the tax form is pretty much all you got to do to get the tax credit, barring any nuanced details in spaghetti financials some people have. But that's between you and your tax professional. Now I've got a hack that you can use to get more out of the tax credit. Ready? Find a way to make it less. That's right. The smaller your tax credit, the less your system costs. And the more likely you are to get the tax credit in 1 year with a quicker return on investment. Working with DroneQuote is one big step in the right direction, as we'll help you make the best solar investments with the lowest upfront capital. This often includes suggesting that you perhaps install fewer panels, or in some cases, 0 panels. Now, why would we say that? Because there are 6 times you can learn about why you should not install solar in this video. You'd be surprised how many may apply to you.